Okay, topic 3. We have GFriend's Sunny Summer mini album. We're starting off with the title track, Sunny Summer. So,
Not
surprise. It's not featuring Sunny. Surprise. It's a fun summer song. I think this is an interesting. So it still does sound like a GFriend song while being a summer song, which is nice because they this isn't really something they've done before, at least for a title track. I love the brass section. All the brass stuff is great. Obviously, vocals are amazing because it's GFriend. The interesting thing though is the choreo's pretty simple for GFriend.
Yeah,
it
surprisingly
doesn't really
simple.
It's the first time that's really something you could say for them. But it's not bad. It's just we're so used to really technical, crazy stuff from them, and it's not that at all. And then the music video is nice. It's pretty simple, but I think their styles are amazing. They all look great in the music video. Besides Yaren's bangs.
Oh man, those bangs! I want to get
for me, dog.
I want to talk to whoever decided that to cut her bangs like that, because everyone else's hair is nice.
I would say Eunha's silver blue hair. I love it. I love it.
I'm still not as high on long hair Eunha, but it looks nice. Red hair Yuju is incredible. I don't want her to ever re-dye it another color, please. This is
I'm
her
always
best hair
a sucker for the dark red hair, so I won't complain.
Good. As for this song, this might be my favorite song by GFriend since Fingertip. And the reason why is because obviously it sort of incorporates a bit of what Fingertip had going for it with it's got the future funk, city pop, strong horn section going for it. So I'm a sucker for all of that. So I'm obviously going to like this song, and I'm surprised at how much I like this song, honestly, because going in, it just seemed kind of maybe the title Sunny Summer just made it seem like it was going to be fairly generic, but yeah, this is incredible. I don't know if it's going to do as well as maybe something I don't know.
GFriend's at that point where everything they do will do well.
Yeah. I don't know, the thing is though, they're very. It seems like the GFriend fans are very particular about they want the they don't want
finger sus too.
Yeah,
yeah, but this is still a cute style. So
yeah, it's an interesting mix where it does incorporate the sort of 80s sound that Fingertip has with a cutesy song, but it still works for them. Did you guys see any of the live stages for this? The fan chants are insane.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet. Is there
really?
Oh
my god! Oh, it's just the chorus, yeah. Oh, and one other thing I wanted to point out is, two things I wanted to point out besides how much I love this song.
Yeah. Interjection. It's at 10 million views already. So in a week.
Actually, yeah. So it's probably gonna do fine then. It's just I feel like they're so they're very fickle when it comes to the type of genre that they go into. So I wasn't sure if they would be very receptive to this song. But my 2 points are there's a part where Shinbi is saying a line where she says the Hangul for Shinbi. I'm just whoa. Yeah. I don't know if that's on purpose. I don't know exactly what that means in Hangul, but
I don't remember the translation.
It's just really convenient.
I did catch it. But I don't remember what.
Yeah, I was just I had to double check the characters. I'm not hearing this. This isn't just me, right? But and
Jacob's concentrating so hard not to type on his keyboard with his fancy his Hangul keys.
It's fine.
I actually.
He's I could look it up. Shinbi means now, but
I'll get to why I almost had to use it, but I figured out a way around it.
No.
Yeah, I do a lot of copying and pasting.
Yeah, same. And the other thing is. When it comes to visuals, Soan's bias wrecking me so bad in this, just because I think her hair looks amazing in this, and also she's wearing an amazing opening ceremony, really nice cut off crop top with blue and red sparkly. Basically, I just like anything opening ceremony. That's why Bad Boy is one of my favorite music videos for Red Velvet, because almost Joy and Irene are just wearing opening ceremony outfits. So surprisingly very cheap. It was the top is only $40. Usually they're $100, $200, but hey, GFriend with that affordable fashion though.
So the line is Shimbihan Gosuro, which means let's go to that place of mystery. So Shinbihan must mean place of mystery.
Well, Shinbihan, it sounds like it's the adjective form of a verb that's shinbihara, which I don't know what that means though. So I'd have to look it up. I know it.
I don't know, mystery.
I know what Shingihan
Mysterious.
means. Shingihan is like interesting or amazing.
Interesting, yeah. I knew that. I don't know. Whatever. That's the lyric.
I'll look it up later. Anyways, so when I first listened to this song, I was like, this sounds just like a song that everybody forgot about. It sounds very, very, very similar to I Swear by Sistar.
Oh, yeah. It does.
Maybe a bit. I definitely get there are maybe because of the brass.
No.
So.
Yeah. Like the brass like opening is very, very similar, and like sort of like, I don't know, like the way it progresses and stuff is very similar as well. Which that's not a knock on it, because that's a very good summer song, and I don't know. I think it's easy to like make something that's very similar to that, because with the brass and the big band and whatnot. That being said, I think this is actually a really good like song for GFriend to go into for the summer, because like they haven't really done an actual summer song before like this.
Yeah, surprisingly.
So like not Navalera kind of was, but not really. It was still kind of just their normal style.
It was just a GFriend song,
yeah,
like
it's a
on the
GFriend
summer.
style song. Yeah.
Like I'd say it's a little more like summery than Megusis too, maybe, but like anyways, not really yet. So Sunny Summer I thought turned out really well. So yeah. And also, I'll reiterate this: like, don't cut Urin's bangs like that ever again, please.
Yeah, please no. Please
did not look good.
Save her hair, please.
Okay, moving on to Vacation. And I love the style of the song. It's it's a Beach Boys song. Like this sounds like a Beach Boys song.
Except
at least like
the
electric guitar is that oldies like surf style. And then there's like the brass section, and the like vocals are just very poppy, and fit the style of the song well. I really like this song.
This was produced by Iggy and Youngbae, who are usually the producers or writers for their title tracks. So I'm surprised that they just get relegated to just the album track this time around. But I'm kind of glad this wasn't the single, because I feel like Twice fans would have gotten super mad. It's like, hey, wait a second, why is everyone doing, or why is GFriend doing like summery like beach type song a la like Dance the Night Away? Like I feel like that could have caused some drama if they released it right around the same time too. But I mean, yeah, I do like this song a lot. Chorus is very catchy. Instrumentals are great. Again, I'd say this is a general sort of consensus. Like the first three songs fit very well thematically with the entire album. Yeah, just specifically with the entire album.
Yeah.
That's why this and then like the next track ended up being some of my favorites.
So I have another. Do you need to say something first?
Well, I was just saying, you said the first three fit this, and then I feel like the last two are very much like GFriend songs, and those are my two favorites.
Oh my god!
So
but I do love these three songs. Okay, go ahead, Jake.
All right, so I really enjoyed this song, but again, it sounds like another Sistar song. It sounds like Loving You to me. Like the verses sound really similar except for the chorus.
That's
so funny. I don't know. Like I'm not complaining because we don't get Sistar music anymore. So like
we're not getting Sistar music ever. So it might as well put it to good use. I guess.
Like
the style.
Even if it's from GFriend, I'll take it. I mean,
yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, those are two of my favorite Sistar songs. So you can rip it off all you want.
Speaking of sounding like a different girl group, next is Sweetie, and this is straight up sounds like a lovely song just with GFriend vocal style. Like it's electro pop.
I think
it's got that Lovelies.
It sounds like a Luna song to me.
I think it's an easy conversion to go from GFriend to Lovelies though, because they are
definitely
like vocally.
It's just
not musically, but vocally.
Yeah, exactly. So this is just. Yeah, I think this is very much like off of. This could easily be a Lovely song with the only thing is the instrumentals.
Lovely's doesn't dip into feature bass as much as this song is, nor as to my knowledge, drum and bass. Where that's the main elements I pick up from the song is like there's a really like heavy drum and bass. GFriend is something I never expected to like the words have come out of my mouth, but yeah, again, this is another excellent song for me. I don't know. With how different it is, maybe it's another Love Bug situation where it was originally intended for a different group and it just so happened to end up with GFriend.
God,
but
Love Bug was so good.
Yeah, Love Bug is so good. I can't. It's hard to imagine.
My favorite song on that album.
It's hard to imagine it going to another group now that we know that.
I could see it being a Twice song.
Yeah, but I think GFriend pulled it off exceptionally well. Same thing with this song. But obviously, I'm a sucker for anything with like feature bass, drum and bass, like hyper cute elements. What the Luna song specifically reminds me of is like Girlfront, especially like there's like a there's like a chiptunes-esque like riff that they have in between verse 1 and 2. So or chorus 1 and the chorus in verse 2. So yeah. I just love the composition of this is just so interesting, and like there's a lot to like sort of pay attention to with this. So I like this song a lot, definitely.
Yeah, so this is probably my favorite song on the album. Actually, I really enjoyed like how this turned out, and I definitely see Andrew's comparison to Luna as well as the Lovely's one. Like, I think it's a nice like mixture of those kind of styles, and I think it actually fits GFriend pretty well. I hope they do something like this for their next single because I think it would do pretty well.
Yes, because it feels like they've been sort of experimenting with this type of sound, maybe like more electronic
in the B-sides,
sound. In the B-sides, stretching back to like when Fingertip came out. So it's just, I feel like they're kind of afraid to scare away the, like, again, I feel like the majority of their listening base is like most of like their fan base is they like the Love Whispers, they like the Noveleras, like they like everything that's sort of like they like the GFriend sound. So I feel like them sort of straying away from that and into this electronic sound might scare them away a bit too much, but I feel like they just need to make the jump because these are the fact of the matter is like 90% of people aren't going to hear these songs. It's such a waste because they're so good.
Yeah. I think they should definitely just like stick their neck out a bit and try it once and see how it performs. Because I'm surprised how many people don't like Fingertip. I love Fingertip.
Fingertip's their best song.
Koreans
Don't at me.
didn't like it.
Yeah, I don't understand that. Anyways, like, because I was hoping, like, remember, like, if you guys recall back, I was like, we were all three of us were like, they're gonna be like the new Kara, because like that's the kind of like style it was like. But then they're like, nah, we're not doing that anymore. So
now I want to see them do a cover of Mamma Mia. Just to be interesting.
Dude, that'd be awesome. They already did Mister, so
yeah.
Yep. Next, we get into the GFriend tracks of the album, which I'm glad they still did, because I love classic GFriend. Next is...
what I was going to say is, like, if I want them to still do this style of song, just I want them to, like, mix it up on the title track.
Album tracks? Yeah, exactly. So next is Windy Windy. The beginning is the most early 2000s girl group song thing ever because it has a hip-hop breakdown thing.
Yep.
And I loved it so much. But yeah, once again, I thought the brass section's really good, even though it's definitely synth in this song. I wasn't really sure in Sunny Summer it's probably synth, but this one it was very clearly synth.
Yeah.
But I still thought it was really good. In the bridge they added some like beach sound effects, like seagulls and like waves and stuff, so that still added to the summer element, even though this is very much a classic GFriend song. And yeah, this and the next song are my favorites on the album because I can't get enough. I love classic GFriend.
Like, I enjoyed this, don't get me wrong, and the Yuju high note is just ridiculous. That's probably like the highest note I've ever heard her hit in any of their songs. But the thing is, though, what really kind of like bothers me with this song is it's in the same key as Love Whisper. So I'm just like, when I first heard this, I was like, wait a second, is this Love Whisper again? Like, I was so confused when I first heard this song because it's same key and everything. Love Whisper. I mean, it's definitely starting. There's with Produce, there's always a song that I hate at first that starts to grow on me because I hear it on Produce over and over again. I feel like Love Whisper, I'm definitely starting to come around, but I don't know, it just feels this feels definitely a bit too similar. But again, the Yuju high note on this is just incredible, so I don't give it like too bad of marks.
I really like this. I'm glad they had a like classic GFriend style song on here. And honestly, like if they had come out with this like 3 years ago, I think this would have been a great title track.
Yeah, probably. Again, I don't know if I'm crazy or whatever, but it feels like every song on this mini could have been a title track.
Oh yeah, definitely. Speaking. This is probably one of their strongest mini albums. Yeah,
this is their best mini, and I mean it's probably not gonna. In terms of songs, it's probably not gonna like outdo like Me Gustas 2 or like any of their like super like what they're known for. But I feel like just in terms of like everything, how it's composed, it's definitely the strongest I've ever heard from them.
Yeah. I think that's all I had to say on this song. So yeah, we can move on.
Yep. Next is Love in the Air, and this even more than Windy Day is like through and through a GFriend song.
Windy, not Windy Day.
Windy Day. Oh my god.
Yeah. Did I say Windy Day? Windy.
Not OMG.
But so like I actually don't have much to say about this, but the string part is just so good. It's so good. And because of that, and it just being classic GFriend, it's my favorite song. I don't have much to say about it, but it's my favorite song, if that makes sense.
Again, going back on what I said about how I feel like this could have, or every track on this could have had an MV or be a single. Where there's a really nice dance break part in this. I'm just like, damn, why aren't you at least performing this on live stages? It feels like the dance break, or like there's an instrumental break that goes to waste that would have had excellent choreography. The one thing I really love about this in particular is like, I mean, this was kind of like a thing back in the day where just like girl group songs would have like a lot of like, it's a cutesy song, but it'd have like really like 80s power ballad-esque electric guitar. And I'm just like, oh, that's really nice. And looking it up, I was like, oh, no surprise. Andreas Oberg worked on this, and that man is in love with his guitar. So no wonder. Yeah, I enjoyed this definitely a bit more. Actually, I enjoyed this a lot more than I did with Windy, just because I liked it. It didn't sound too similar, and I definitely liked the production composition of this.
Yeah, so for me, again, like talking about like what kind of song I'd like them to do in their title tracks, either something like this song, Love in the Air, which is a little more in their wheelhouse, or just, jump out the window with Sweetie and kind of like test the water.
Yes.
Something either between these two songs, I think. Like this one is safer, but it's different enough that I think that shakes it up a lot, and it's very interesting. This is also like... a really, really good song. I'm torn based on like Windy and Love in the Air. I'm sort of leaning towards this one, I think, though. So I enjoyed them both.
Or like, it'd definitely be Love in the Air. But I mean, overall, I'd say if we were picking overall favorites, I'd still think it's Sunny Summer, just because it's probably the most earworm I've ever, or like earwormy song I've had from GFriend in a while. So.
Oh, for me, it's like, again, like the You Juice part and Juice part and Love Whisper is like the earworm part for me.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Ratings. Yep. So going to ratings, for me, I give it a 6 out of 6 for music. I thought this album was fantastic. I gave it a 2 out of 3 for concept, mostly because of the choreo. It's good choreo, but it's not up to GFriend's code, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then a bias point. So I gave it a 9 out of 10. I think it was close to a 10.
Don't forget Tadaka point for you, Urin's hair.
Yeah. That's like
concept
more
score.
than half of the concept point that got docked was
Urin's bangs. Like, don't cut them like that, please. Whoever your stylist is, just yell at them if they try to do it. Bite them.
They just have to like the thing. It's really easy to. They just have to like do like messy bangs, and then that'll fix it a bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, 9 out of 10 for me. I thought it was really good.
Yep.
Like, I had the longest deliberations with myself over what score I was going to give this, because I'm usually really hard on GFriend, because as much as I liked their previous album, again, it wasn't entirely perfect, and I think I gave it an 8. But with this, I feel like, because I was just like, would Windy keep it from getting a perfect, like, music score? I'm just like, the high note's still worth it. 6 out of 6 for music, which is, I don't think I've ever said for a GFriend album before, because I'm usually very strict on them, but... Yeah, again, this might be my favorite mini from them, and I'm glad that they've just been like, just in general this year, they've just been on fire when it comes to like the composition of their albums. Again, they're usually only like 4 or 5 tracks, but every song is memorable. GFriend has no filler whatsoever, so yeah, I can't wait. I don't know if they can have another comeback. Well, probably later in the year, but I can't wait to see what they're gonna do next in terms of singles, and I hope that they do sort of start to go outside of their comfort zone, that what they've been showing us on these B-sides. So more in that line. Concept, again, 2 out of 3. It would have been if this had like an amazing choreography, this would have been like a 10 out of 10, honestly, because again, we just have really high expectation when it comes to GFriend choreography. So I don't know, this was incredible. It was really disappointing, like how sort of I mean, it's very memorable. Like there's like the parts where like the yadam like they were just like fanning themselves, which is cute. But I don't know. I felt like if they had a more like intricate choreography, this could have easily gotten a 10 for me. And obviously I'm going to give them a bias point because I love GFriend now.
You used to not even know who they were.
You came to not know who they were.
I didn't know who they were before, but yeah, no, honestly, yeah. I'm just super happy with how consistently good they've been this past year. So they're definitely sneaking their way onto that like best girl group of the year, whatever list it is. They're definitely going to land their way on there. So 9 out of 10.
Yep. So for me, I gave 6 out of 6 for music as well. I loved every song in the album. Obviously I drew comparisons to Sistar for the first few songs, but like I said, that's not a negative because we don't get Sistar type music anymore from anyone.
Yeah.
Like Red Velvet had Red Summer, but that's definitely not even close to that style, you know? So, yeah.
But imagine if we got like a GFriend like visually like Sistar, like I think that would blow people's mind.
I would melt.
Sexy GFriend, I don't know. The fanboys might get angry, but
yeah, I don't know if G can do it yet.
she's like 20 or 21.
Yeah, like she doesn't seem like it. I think she's the same age as me.
Yeah.
But yeah,
is she really?
She might be 1 year older. I think she's the same age though. Anyways, yeah, the music was great for this album. Keep up the good work. For concept, I only gave 2 out of 3 just because, again, I usually rate this more out of the music video than the choreography. The music video wasn't like terribly insane for me, but I thought it was well done. Yeah, most of the point, again, Yarin, don't let them do this to you. Don't let them do this to you. I'm not criticizing you. I'm criticizing whoever made this decision. Because they don't know what they're doing. Everyone else's
hair is like excellent. Like I'm looking at the cover album right now. Like G with the ponytail, amazing. Like Eunha's hair, Soan's hair, Yaren's hair, or is Yuju's hair. Like it's just. I don't know. And she's had fine hair like before.
Dude, Yaren always looks super cute. Except like, come on, man. Yeah. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
All right.
And she still looks cute.
Awesome
yeah,
too.
she does. But like,
fix the bangs.
Yeah. Though then
like
again,
even the ear couldn't save it for me.
yeah. So obviously bias point because GFriend is one of my. We were talking about this earlier. GFriend's one of my hipster moments. Like I followed them since day one. So yeah, because their debut sounded like Into the New World kind of. So I was like, 100%. Oh my god, what is this? I'm standing them. Anyways, yeah, 9 out of 10 overall for me. So truly Daebak.
9 out of 10 overall. So it is truly Daebak.
It is.
Gets the shiny.
I don't think I'd ever give a GFriend album a truly Daebak. Honestly, I never thought I'd reach this day, but here we are.
Yep.
But this straight up gives me Twinkle TTS vibes like all day, which is all I could ever want out of the subunit. I thought Mina's rapping added a great mix up to it, which is something TTS didn't really have. Like Tiffany never really went into rapping. But Sejong and Nayoung sing